We're going to use a little bit of a different variation for our hip cars. This is going to help you block or lock out some of your compensations. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to have her put the block against the rig, and it's going to be nice and flat, and I actually want it to go up against your pelvis. So if you think about the bony prominence in the front here, if you can get the block on there so that you can't tilt your pelvis forward and arch your lower back, it's going to force you to stay locked in and try to stay really heavy on your big toe on the left side. The other thing that's going to do is allow us to keep our left side locked in. So that means if your belt buckle starts to drive all the way to the right, or most people are actually going to start with it like that, make sure it pulls back to the left, okay? You're going to put your hands on something. Remember, this could be the wall, or for most people at home, this is the door frame. So you're just in your door frame, you turn to the side, you put it up against there. You can even put your hands on the doors, hold on to something, use a stick, okay? So you're nice and heavy on that left foot, left big toe, pelvis is right orientated to the left. You're gonna go ahead and slowly lift your right knee up as high as you can. Then you're gonna come out to the side. You're gonna bring your knee and your foot out to the side at the same time. Beautiful. Now from here, you're gonna lose some height, but try to stay here as you get that heel up and then guide it back and then all the way around. Good. Now when you kick back, really keep everything locked in. Make sure you don't arch that lower back. Then bring the knee out to the side. And then you're going to slowly bring that heel forward all the way in and down to the ground. Good. Okay. So I want you to make this one just a little bit smaller. Good. And we're going to keep you locked in. Okay. This is perfect block for her. Good. So we want to see that we can keep everything relatively straight. There's going to be some turnout, especially on the right side, but try to see if you can keep that left side firmly placed against there. Imagine that I'm in your doorway at home and I'm pulling on the block. So you're not allowed to let it move. If you get away from the block and take it, that's not what we want. Keep going. We're going to get 5 full reps on this side. Go nice and slow. One of the key things that you want to know here is as your hip car progresses, if you're getting above 90 degrees here, there's no way that nothing else is going to move. So we can do reps where they're smaller and you're not up to 90 degrees, but anytime you're going to get all the way up into that corner, things are going to move, so don't think that that's even possible. That was something I had to learn early on with FRC. Okay, keep that going. Make sure that we're really heavy on that big toe. So everybody's gonna have a tendency to kind of push the ground away from them and kind of weight on their left heel. Try to stay on that big toe, which is gonna allow this glute to fire and drive you forward into hip extension so that we can stay nice and strong and not let any tilting happen, okay? We're also going to be working a good alternative to the 90-90 with a passive range hold in the standing position after this. So as you're going through it, try to get those feels, just like we did with the shoulder car, of that rotation happening. You can think about your X is going to be on your thigh. If it spins in, that's internal rotation. If it spins out, that's external rotation, and you're thinking about that. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. Same thing, other side. Good, lock it in. Feel your big toe in the ground, present your hip forward, squeeze in your butt. Then you're gonna go straight up with the left knee out to the side. As you get your left heel up to the ceiling, you're gonna lose some height with your left knee, that's okay. And then guide it all the way back and around. When we come back, keep pressing up against that block. If you're looking in the mirror, definitely try to keep your Ironman symbol or your sternum to be straight forward. So you see how it turned to the left there a little bit? So think that symbol is gonna stay in line with this, as if that was going straight to you. There you go. And again, what's gonna happen with most people when they start using blocks, especially if you're just starting to do cars, you're gonna realize your circle gets way smaller, but that's okay, because that's exactly what we want. We want you to be truly working on your hip and taking away some of these compensations. And that's why I'm always giving you guys that. Let's do 1 rep, a little bit bigger on the next, a little bit bigger on the next in that progressive manner, because it allows us to really identify where we are and then try to push the edge a little bit. Your cars are meant to control what you have and train what you have. Our pails and rails are meant to really expand our range of motion. So when we're doing our cars, don't think, hey, I'm gonna try to get as much as I possibly can every rep. There should be some like that, but for the most part, we're really owning what we have. Think about that, nice and strong, nice and smooth through everything that we got. The door frame really is one of the best ways that you could do this. If you didn't have the block, there's a million different things that you could put in between there. And we can even just use a regular standing hip car. If you don't have any of that, that's perfectly fine. Ankle weights would be a progression here, as well as a lacrosse ball behind the knee. Could be something to get a little bit more hamstring, like we've done in our hamstring class before. So just know that you have some options there. All right, that was fun. Okay, now you know where to put the block. You're gonna be facing Alex, okay? And you're gonna go ahead and put your, there you go. So let's get this nice and, try to get it as flush against there as possible, okay? You're gonna go ahead and put your left arm on the pole. I don't want you to be balancing at all. I want you to go ahead and orientate your pelvis to the left a little bit, perfect. Now keep this as you go ahead and lift up your right knee to 90 degrees. I want this knee to stay directly in line, and I want this to stay here. So put your hand on your pelvis right there. So now you can feel this. When you start to move this, don't let your right hand drop at all, okay? So hacky sack to here. Good, don't let it drop, don't let it drop, don't let it drop. Good, hold right here. Perfect. So you are just going to work as hard as you possibly can to screw this hip into the socket and try to get that to lift. You should feel inner thigh stuff deep in your butt, all working and screwing that open. I usually don't count, as you guys know, so we're gonna go ahead and go somewhere around 30 seconds. What I want you to notice is, if you get to a point where this starts to compensate and you start to drop, let your foot drop for less range of motion before you let everything else move around to fake it. So we're regressing the range of motion, but still getting the training stimulus we want. I think that was somewhere around 20. Oh, just kidding. Okay, that's good. Come on down. All right, it's okay. Okay, it's all right. And now pull that back up for me, of course. And now give me 5 reps of your capsule cars and just go. Oh, you can even just do external. So go away from me, come all the way back, just to the middle, and then do another one. And you're trying to keep this up high. Don't let that drop. So now you're getting just 5 reps of get as far as you possibly can, hopefully as far as you were before, compensation free, then come down. It shouldn't go as far as you can. I'm just getting you to shoot for that. And now think in the 90-90 when we're having trouble finding that stretch. Here's a great regression for you. That's obviously very challenging for a very fit person. So just know that that's what we want, okay? So we can totally do this as an option to really get stronger in external rotation without doing a ton of pails and rails and stuff to just get you going. Now let's go ahead and flip around. Good, there you go, same exact thing. Okay, so bring that left knee up to 90 degrees. Make sure that it's in line with the hip, ideally even a little bit of adduction, meaning it's here and not out to the side. And then you're gonna go into it. So you can see, go in. Yeah, so I'd rather have her here with less range of motion. Good, hold, there. Sorry, good, keep holding. Use your breath. Exhale, you can go forceful or you can go relaxed. Feel your abs lock in so that they can provide stability to that hip. Feel your right toes, everything working on the ground. That arch is working. We're staying nice and strong. 15 seconds left, okay? You're just holding max effort, firing up all that stuff that externally rotates your hip. 10, 9, 8, remember if you lose height, I'd rather you lose it through the foot, meaning less hip external rotation than trying to fake it in another way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly put that down. Take a second, then come back up, and let's try to get all those reps to get as far as we possibly can. If you only get as far as this without anything else compensating, that's fine. Get to where you can right now. Good, and keep thinking about that spiraling of the hip. You can again think that I'm here. And if you wanted, you could do your hip cars with a block on the side again. So you could, again, be in your room, be in your doorway. There's something that you can put a block up against there and it'll give you a little bit of feedback. That could be a foam roller. After you get 5 of those, shake that off.